I can say honestly I have a very deep affection for him. I do. To me, he's my boy. He's with me. I often say to him, you know, I owe you a lot, and he doesn't know what I mean, but I'm going to tell him now what I mean. If he weren't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that he is here and doing what he's doing, and doing as well as he's doing, and improving as he has, gives me the motivation and interest to stay alive. Because I believe that a person dies when they no longer wants to live. But I have a reason with Mike here, and he gives me the motivation. I will stay alive, and I will watch him become a success, because I will not leave until that happens.
When Cus D'Amato died, I was in New York City. I was in the Manhattan section of New York City, Lower East Side. I was accompanied by Jimmy Jacobs, who was my manager at the time. And he had told me that within 10 hours, Cus would be dead. And we have to go to the bank and deposit some money. It was some money that I had made for my fight, a few $100,000, and we had to deposit some money. So we went to the bank, and I was at the bank depositing money, and I was just crying, just crying out, just crying, crying, crying. And the lady at the bank was, I was hysterical. The lady at the bank had asked, "What is wrong? Is everything all right?" And Jim Jacobs had explained that we had lost a good friend of ours had died, or will be dying shortly, and he's handling it very rough. And I was just very hysterical. And Jim Jacobs was cool as ice, nothing fazed him. But to me, it was like I lost my whole life. I didn't know where to go from there. I can remember being at Cus D'Amato's funeral. I was a pallbearer there. You know, I was very proud to be a pallbearer for him. And I was just 19 years old. I didn't know what to do with my life. There was news cameras there, there were reporters there. And I was just saying, I don't have my friend no more. I was very scared, I felt very vulnerable. I felt lonely, I just felt naked to the world. I just felt like a very vulnerable young boy. And it was just a real horrific time for me in my life. I was just a young boy at 19, and I didn't have the chance to let Cus see the prospects of me growing as a heavyweight champion. A boy comes to me with a spark of interest. I feed that spark and it becomes a flame. I feed the flame and it becomes a fire. I feed the fire and it becomes a roaring blaze.